Right, a bit of a car camping experience with a difference this time. I've come about 5 miles up the road to Cawthorne, and I'm attending a festival called the Stars. I'm actually volunteering at the festival, so as well as being here, I'm doing a bit of work. Bizarrely, it turns out I've ended up in their system twice, and I've ended up on 2 rotas. So over the course of 4 days, I'm doing a bit of work on traffic arrivals and on the campsite. And they did offer to knock me off one of those rotas, having put down twice. But I said, "No, you're okay." I think they're sort of struggling for volunteers a little bit with various people dropping out for various and probably obvious reasons, you know. Some people can't make it. Bear in mind, of course, it's been postponed for 12 months from last year. So I've driven here on the RAV. I'm going to put the tent up to give me a bit more space because it's a wide open campsite. And it's a very wide open campsite at the moment because I'm a sort of an early arrival. It's the night before the festival starts to work on the traffic. But loads of people, even early arrivals, so that field is quite full down here. But I've come up here. But the main thing about it is, it's really windy. Oh, it's so windy, the wind's got up. The sun's out, it's quite sunny as you can see, but really windy. And I've actually just had a go putting the pop-up tent up. And I know for a fact it's quite good in wind, because the first time I used it with my old campervan, it disappeared in the night, and I retrieved it from a couple of fields away. So when I was asked what they're like in the wind, I said they were brilliant, they go for miles. So I've just abandoned putting the tent up because I think the wind is due to drop, and I'd rather keep it here, some min pegs. So yeah, I've just been down to a volunteer HQ and got me wristband, got a festival wristband, and in a bit at 7 o'clock I'm going to go down and we're having a briefing for the campsite meeting. So now, as I say, I'm a bit cramped up because I've brought more stuff in out of the tent, but I'm going to have something to eat and then wander down to the briefing, and then we'll talk about more. And hopefully I'll put a video as things progress over the weekend. It might take interesting. Well, talk to you later. Morning. Well, a slight change in the weather from last night when it was too windy to put the tent up. I came back and slept in the car, which was fine, after doing a shift on the traffic directing last night. Got back about 11:30, and it was okay. So I thought, now I'll sleep in the car. And it started raining in the night, and it's never stopped raining. Yeah. The rain wasn't going to stop this morning, and I needed a bit of a dry area at some point to be able to sort myself out and get changed and whatnot. When I had my campervan, I had a Decathlon pop-up tent that used to act as an awning, and I've still got that. And I've set that up, I brought it with me, and once the rain, eased, I actually did that in the drizzle. It had been out all night. I did start putting it up when I arrived, but it was far too windy, it was going to take off. So I folded it away again, left it outside when I went off to do my shift last night. So it has been out all night. It was wet through, but when the rain finally slowed down a little bit, I thought, right, I'm gonna have to get it put up. I did, and amazingly, it's the first time I've used it with the RAV, and it really fits really well over the back of the tailgate. There's hardly a gap at the top, and it gives me a great sort of enclosed area. There's the door, the back door of the RAV that opens into the tent, and it's ideal. So as long as you're not stealth camping, if you're on a proper campsite, it's just a bonus that I didn't know I got, and the fact that the tent fits, it's brilliant, game changer. £2 a day in the volunteer tent. And they make tea and toast and loads of things. Marvellous. Hiya. Right, second shift done on campsite gates this afternoon. It drizzled on and off, but it's alright, you know, get a few people up through these muddy fields, and now I'm off down for a beer. We've got Eddie Reader, ex of Fairground Attraction of course, and Paul Carrick, Mac and the Mechanics, etc tonight. So we're going to pop down and see how they go. It's brightened up a bit actually, a bit dark over there, but we'll have to hope it don't rain. So I'm just going to walk past the gate now, so I'm not going to talk to myself doing that, so I'll have a bit more later.
Looking back over my shoulder, I can see that look in your eye. But every dream, it could be over.
Day 2 of the festival, day 3 for me here I think, yeah. So what day is it? It's Saturday. And yeah, it's been dry today fortunately, so we've all dried out a little bit. I did a shift this morning on a campsite gate, which was great. 4 hours stood in the field chatting to people. Well, it's just at my street really, so I've just come up into the arena and I'm stood up by the bar trying not to look weird talking to myself as people walk past me behind. And yeah, the bar's behind me. I've just got a pint of Nailmaker Clout, which is a stout which is brewed at a local brewery in Barnsley, which is very nice. It's a stout. It's sort of, according to the board, it's nutty, coffee and chocolatey flavours. So hey, what's not to like? So I've just come up here. There's a few bands on tonight. I have to say, Eddie Reader and Paul Carrick especially was brilliant last night. Yeah, that's sort of peak for me. I'd like to say I've heard of the groups that are on tonight, and I'll probably pretend I have, and I can't remember what they are, but as I say, music in a field, so I'm sure it'll all be great anyway. So we're going to watch that in a little bit, and I might even have another pint of Clout because it's very nice. The camping in the car in the RAV is going great, as you'll have seen, and we'll look at that again in a bit. But yeah, and as I say, it's overcast. It's sort of, it looks brighter. It looks brighter on the video than it is here, which I think is what generally happens. But as I say, just the fact that it's been dry and not just sort of damp all day, because once you're damp camping in a field, it's a bit tricky to get dry again. But anyway, all good. We'll see what happens later, and we'll have a chat in a bit. Cheers. Just one thing. It's quite a folky festival, so there's all sorts of sort of things on for kids and a bit of a circus sort of field. It's not Glastonbury, you know, but it's that sort of thing. It's a lot smaller, you know, but a bit folky. And there's a guy called John who's quite well known, and he's got all the garb and he's got the white beard and the hat, and he's a storyteller for the kids. And I was chatting to him on Thursday night when I was on traffic stewarding, and I bumped into him tonight and asked him how he was, and he was telling me all about the fact that his car wouldn't start and he thinks his diesel filter's blocked. And I just thought to myself, I really hope his normal stories are a bit better than that. Right, that's it. Last shift on traffic at the festival. Monday evening. Most people have gone now. They're just getting the site traffic off. And I know these videos are supposed to be, or tend to be, about car camping. We've seen a bit of that, and the tent on the back of the cars worked really well. I've been really comfortable again. It's been great to have that bit of a dry airlock to, especially when it rains, to get rid of your wet stuff and keep the back of the car dry, and also have somewhere to stand up and get changed and do a bit of cooking and whatever if you need to. The festival's been really good, as I said, underneath the stars at Cawthorne. A little bit folky and some other stuff too. Really friendly, really down to earth, lovely people. Really enjoyed it. It sort of made it doing a few hours on the campsite and the traffic, and I'll do it again, all being well. We might be back to stealth camping on the next video, because you know you can't put the tent up if you're not on a campsite. Not quite decided where we're going to go next, but we'll have a look and see you next time, and thanks for watching.